What is going on, guys? And we are going to bring you another Hero Factory Brain Attack review, and this one is a really special set because this character, Serge, is the reason of this channel. It's how I got the name Mark 45 Studios, and so this set is very important to me, and he's the one who kicked. If it wasn't for this guy who never existed, this hero, then I think this channel would not be called Mark 45 Studios. So he plays a very critically important role in this channel, and there are several versions of him. I'm going to do this version of Serge, the Brain Attack Serge, and then the Breakout Serge. So two versions. I won't be doing Serge 2.0. He doesn't look that great. So I'm going to do this Serge and Breakout Serge. So Breakout Serge, I still haven't ordered him yet. So that's probably going to be in the late future when I actually order that Serge. But for now, this is the Serge I have. Brain Attack Serge, medium set 4408, 66 pieces. And here's the back. You can see he has a combo model with Dragon Bolt, which I'm not going to do. By the way, I'm not doing combination models. That's just not my thing. And without further ado, it's time to put this very important figure in my studio because he represents my entire channel. So, I might have explained this already in my Dragon Bolt video or my previous videos. I'm shooting these in backwards order, by the way. And I think, yeah, so anyways, how I open these bags is because I keep these bags and I want to not cut off the top here and keep the art intact. And so how do I solve this problem by, you know, not cutting this but still get the parts out? The answer is you just cut from the bottom because there's literally nothing interesting in the bottom for you to see. And so it's worth cutting this and fishing out the parts from the bottom rather than cutting open the top like the normal human being you're supposed to be. So watch and learn, people. This is how you save your Hero Factory bags, because I'm not a big fan of these Hero Factory sets coming in bags. I still prefer them in canisters and boxes, just like the older ones. But LEGO decided to cheap out, and now we're left with this. So the trick now is to cut the bottom off the bag. Rip this open. Wonderful. So let's get the instruction manual up first. Don't want to risk cutting that with the scissors. That's why you gotta be really careful when you cut from the bottom. You might accidentally cut the instructions, and you don't want to do that. Here are the instructions for Serge. And there's only one bag. One bag is really hard to get out, that's for sure. There we go. That's one. Oh, there is another bag. There we go. See? Now your bag is still in one piece, and you have not removed the beautiful art on the top. So, next time you buy a toy, or just a Lego set, or any toy in general, that it comes in a bag, and you want to keep the top, the secret is to cut from the bottom. So, you learn from your superiors. You learn from me. That's for sure. Okay, what do we got for parts? We got one big bag and one small bag. So let's open the big bag. What do we have? One. So I'm seeing some armor, but first let's get the torso out of the way. So this is the smallest, or not smallest, but your standard torso without the shoulder joints. So I'd call this the default torso. Right here. And there's that. For bones, we got two longer knee joints with the extra pinholes. Two standard bone pieces. Holy, I can't talk. And two of the extra pinhole joint in gray, two knee joints in gray, 2 silver feet, the silver body armor piece, and then we got one of these scout drone thingies that were also in Stormer XL, as well as Speedo Demon. Speedo Demons was purple. That was a really exclusive one. But Serge also has one. No sticker, just a plain, simple drone. So, there's that. And one Technic piece, another Technic piece. We got the multi-tool thing. And then you got one transparent blue armor piece. Always like transparent stuff. Those are the good stuff. But nope, not one. There's 2. Did not see the other one. There's 2 of them. Transparent neon green, number 3. So we have transparent blue and transparent green, neon green. And then we got 2 number 5s in your normal blue. And then you got 2 number 5s in silver. And then we got 2 of the hero shields. These are for his wings, because Serge is supposed to be an aerial hero. 2 blue hands, of course, always nice to get 2 hands for a hero. And I was very happy with Stormers, and very happy for Bulk, and not happy with Inferno XL, but Serge is continuing the double hand trend. This piece, don't know what that is. And finally, transparent neon green head. 2 of these lightning pieces, so it's the same thing as the fire pieces for Pyrox, Inferno, and Stormer. Were ice, and this one's just the transparent neon to transparent blue. And so these are the lightning pieces for Serge, and these are for his main weapon. Head, visor. And now these are the second. This is the second pair of head and visor I've received from Serge, and I didn't say I already have this set, but I actually have the head. I somehow, I don't know how I got my hands on the head, but this is my second pair. And then so the rest here are all just Technic maliciousness. You can pause this video to take a look. I'm not gonna say much, except this is the hero core for Serge with the code on the back for the non-existent game anymore, because this is 2020. Everything else here is just stuff we've seen before. So enough talking, it's time to build this thing, get Serge all built up and ready for the review. Whoa! Ah, piece just flew away. And introducing the most important character of all time. Remember, this is the man who started Mark 45 Studios, and therefore he must look very good. And surprisingly, I was very satisfied with this guy. Serge looks great. The only thing I'd say maybe is add some shoulder armor here, like maybe add the smallest, the little thing with the stud there. Maybe add that piece, and just to give him a little bit of coverage, because he looks kind of bare without shoulder coverage. But overall, this is before I got Breakout Serge, okay? So I don't have Breakout Serge yet, but I'll confirm it once I have Breakout Serge. But I think this version of Serge looks the best out of all the Serges we've received in Hero Factory, and I think this version looks the best. So Serge is one of the side heroes. His overall color scheme is usually a little bit of green, but mostly blue, and they've definitely kept that color scheme very well with this one. And I'm just overall happy with the design of this whole figure. So his main weapon here is his lightning blade, and you can rotate this, so this can mimic him shooting lightning at his enemies, or it can act as a melee weapon and use it as close combat. I'd say maybe it's at the same problem with Pyrox, and no, for Bulk. Maybe add a little bit of a handle here on his other side of his hand, just to make the weapon look more believable, because this looks like this weapon is just attached to the bottom off his hand, not more like he's holding it. It looks more like it's just attached. And so I think for a hero like Serge, I think if you add a little of lightning here, then I think it'll definitely spice up his weapon, his blade, by the lot. But really cool, simple weapon, but a really effective weapon, and it's a really, really well designed in terms of playability and in terms of the look. So good weapon. And his other arm with the scout drone on his wrist, I think that works well. He can use this as a shield, so I guess if, let's say, Dragon Ball's shooting lightning, then he can use this to block. And I think Serge is, his design is supposed to be to fight against Dragon Ball, because he is an aerial hero, but then we have Jet Rocka, who is really fighting Dragon Ball. But I think if Serge was to go toe-to-toe against Dragon Ball, then I think Serge would definitely put up a good fight with the gear he has on him. With the drone, I think the drone can be used to chase after the dragon. He can just use this to shoot at Dragon Ball. But legs, same problem with Stormer. I had the same problem with Stormer here. Is like the armor, I think, would be a lot better if it was like this, right? I think it would look better if it was covered like this rather than have it on the side, which was the default way. So that's sort of bugging me a bit, and I think, yeah, so maybe put the armor on the front, the knee, the thighs, like that, covered a bit better, and I think that will make the legs a lot better. So body, very simple, like all heroes. You got the clamp to protect his hero core. Very simple, so not too much to see here. And the head, I already said the head with the visor on, it looks great. But even if you take up the visor, Serge actually looks decent with the visor off. He doesn't look awkward like Furno. And I think it works fine. So even if you have the visor off, I think Serge would have no problem without the visor. So one final thing about this guy is definitely his wings, his glider. And I think this is the main feature, Serge. So you can tilt his head all the way up, so you can fold open the wings, and then he's like flying like this, you know, just flying around. And his wings do fold up and down, but this is the full flight mode. So let's say he's flying this, Buzz Lightyear, anyone, to infinity and beyond. But there are flick fire missiles on the wings, and you can just simply shoot them out like that, although they're a little tight because they're ridiculously fresh pieces. I do have one problem with the jetpack, and that is the thrusters. What is this supposed to be? See, is the thrusters supposed to be liquid goo or slime? Because what's with the transparent neon lightsaber pieces here? I think next time, maybe add some actual thrusters, rocket thrusters for him to fly. Then I think that would definitely make his glider look more believable than what it looks like right now. But you know what? If you just look at it from the front, it looks fine. You can, with it folded all the way up like this and he's standing up, that would definitely look awkward. That's why I tilted it down like this a little, just to make it look a little better. And you can fold it all the way down. Then again, see, once you fold the wings all the way down, this is the problem I have. Then it doesn't show it, so therefore his shoulders are left bare without the armor coverage, the shoulder coverage. So the wings has its downfalls when it's folded all the way down or when it's folded all the way out in flight mode. So from the back, obviously it is very well covered from the back because Serge has cut his entire gliders. So very well covered figure and a complete figure, if I must say. So in all, what do I think of Mark Serge here? Well, because he is the origin character for this YouTube channel, I can't be biased and just immediately give him a super high rating. I have to be logical. This isn't an advertisement. This is a review. I cannot say everything is positive. I have to give some criticism, right? So what do I think of Serge overall as a whole figure? Serge is great. I feel like he's very complete, and he definitely does not have, I'd say he is a little bit missing, but he still is a very complete figure, and I think when a kid picks him up to build with him and play with him, there is certainly a lot of play features that will work perfectly for this guy, and this guy really has good play features, and his weapon is very neat and very simple. I'm glad that they did that so they don't have overcomplicated. There are some heroes with some really ridiculous weapons, and I think this one very simple, and it's great. And Serge is just a great character overall. So 9 out of 10. Yeah, 9 out of 10. I'd say maybe just work on the legs and then work on the covering of the shoulders, and apart from that, I think that's it. That's great. So that is my review on Serge, the most important hero. And before we end the video, just want to put a side-by-side comparison of Dragon Bolt, because they share the same elements and a similar color scheme. So where's my Dragon Bolt? There he is. So here is Dragon Bolt, and yeah, so they're around the same size. See, if Serge went toe-to-toe with Dragon Ball, that would definitely be a good match, but Jet Rocket is just ridiculously too big for Dragon Ball. So yeah, so I think that's great. So good thing, good pairing, good color scheme, and yeah, so that's my overall review of Mark Serge. What do you think of Mark Serge? Do you disagree with me? Do you agree with me? Do you like Serge? Do you hate Serge? Any opinion matters. You have the freedom of speech. So, just make sure to hit the like button or dislike it, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And we'll see you all in the next one, which will be Raka and Scarox, I think. I don't know, I'm filming all these episodes in a completely random order. They're all being shuffled up, there's no particular order, so I don't know. So we'll see you then. Talk to you again in the next one.